BJ Mafia was popping. So Jacksonville Jaguar fans out there, the Jaguars did the improbable last night. The Jaguars were playing with house money. This team had overachieved all season. We had just won the AFC South. We were kind of coming off one of the highest of highs in winners of 5 straight, winners 7 out of our last 9, now winners 8 out of our last 10. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, down 27, come back and beat the Los Angeles Chargers last night at home, 31-30. My voice is still not great because, I was at the game, I was in attendance, and I was screaming the entire game. And I am just so damn proud of this team. I'm proud of the city. I'm proud of Doug Pederson, Trevor Lawrence, you guys out there that, we all put our blood, sweat, tears, energy, and emotions into the Jaguars, including myself. And we deserve this, y'all. The team deserves this. The players deserve this. The whole organization deserves this. The city deserves this. And everyone in the Jaguars community deserves this. A couple of things I want to say before I do get into this video is that I do want to make this video just one long, free-flowing video. I really don't want to be editing and cutting many things up like I normally do for most of my videos. Just really want to let all of my thoughts and emotions out. Of course, I'll talk about the Chargers. I'll talk about the Jaguars. And I also got to talk about those receipts I kept because I was dead on with a lot of stuff, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's kind of talk about really the Chargers first and foremost when it came to this game. And Brandon Staley, I don't really care if he's gone or not. That's a Chargers problem, but my best guess is that he is gone. You're up 27-0 and you blow that lead. You're a defensive-minded head coach. And he's got a very similar defensive scheme and philosophy to a guy like Vic Fangio, who a lot of guys in the NFL community have a lot of praise for his defensive philosophy. And Brandon Staley just consistently found a way to F it up for the Chargers last year, this year, and last night was very evident. That might have been the camel that broke the straw's back, or the straw that broke the camel's back. Y'all know what the hell I'm saying. And Brandon Staley's probably on the way out, and last night was just very evident of everything that had kind of cultivated into the Chargers season and what Brandon Staley and this team was all about. I do want to talk about Justin Herbert because even though I was pushing the agenda and pushing the narrative for the last couple of weeks, really that Trevor Lawrence was better than Justin Herbert, I would really need to sit and cultivate on this a little bit more and kind of let it marinate in my head because Justin Herbert didn't play a good game yesterday. He didn't play a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but Justin Herbert had a lot of opportunities just kind of layup and gift wrapped to him by the Jaguars' inability to take care of the ball in the first half, which of course I will address later on. And Justin Herbert was just not that spectacular. When you look at the stats, Herbert was 25 of 43, 6.3 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, and he was sacked 3 times. Quarterback rating 45.9 on the scale of 0 to 100. So a below average quarterback rating. And Justin Herbert, like I said, there was plenty of opportunities where the Chargers offense was put into good field position. They were in plus territory. They were in the red zone because the Jaguars kept turning the ball over and he kept having to settle for field goals. And I'm not going to blame this all on Justin Herbert, but please keep that same energy when you're talking about Justin Herbert in that top 5 conversation NFL community, and you don't reciprocate that energy to him that you would to a guy maybe like Jalen Hurts or maybe to a guy like Lamar Jackson, who people want to consistently scrutinize. Justin Herbert's a phenomenal young talent. I've done nothing but praise him in the past, and he still is an electrifying quarterback. I think his ceiling is astronomically high. He set the NFL record for most passing yards through the first 3 seasons of any NFL quarterback's career. He is phenomenal. He makes the off-platform throws. He's got the arm talent. But I've consistently seen Justin Herbert fold in big moments. Last night was evident. They had a 27-point lead. And also last year in Houston when they had an opportunity to go into the playoffs, and he failed to do so, right? Now, look, Brandon Staley deserves a lot of this heat, and rightfully so, but the quarterbacks in the NFL, the great ones, we praise them when they win, and we also blame them when they don't win. Because if you are that guy, you are supposed to make up for those deficiencies. And Justin Herbert, like I said, didn't play a bad game. He definitely didn't do enough, and that just needs to be said. He did not do enough. And Trevor Lawrence, in the end of the game, outplayed him. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Justin Herbert, at the end of the day, did not get the job done. Don't want to really go on much more about Justin Herbert because he is still a very talented quarterback, but I did need to say that. Talking about the Chargers, I want to kind of stick on their offense a little bit more. Austin Eckler was basically a no factor in this game outside of those 2 touchdowns, and I'm really talking about the rushing department because Austin Eckler only had 13 carries. The team as a whole only had 23 rushes, which is absolutely inexcusable considering the fact that you had a 27-point lead and Austin Eckler only had 6 6 touches in the second half, and this team had a 27-7 lead going into halftime. Inexcusable by the Los Angeles Chargers. Gerald Everett, their tight end, absolutely cooked us all afternoon, or all evening, I should say. 6 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown. Keenan Allen, very good, even with no Mike Williams. 6 receptions, 61 yards. Joshua Palmer, 2 for 31, and just overall, I felt like the Chargers were moving the ball when they needed to, and they were converting what felt like timely third downs for them. Defensively, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa were absolutely no-shows for the LA Chargers, and Joey Bosa had a critical unsportsmanlike conduct that ended up gift wrapping the Jaguars to get that 2-point conversion where Trevor Lawrence just dunked the ball over the end zone and over the goal line and cut the lead to 30-28. So thank you, Joey Bosa, for that. Shout out to Walker Little and Jawan Taylor for doing their job there. Asante Samuel Jr., former Florida State Seminole, played his ass off last night, and he had, 3 interceptions? One of them he was definitely holding on Zay Jones, but you know what? I'm not going to really address that too much. He played his ass off. Derwin James had a nice game. And just overall, the Los Angeles Chargers defense in the first half, I'll say, did their job. They created 5 turnovers, and it was just a hell of a game. From what you wanted to see from the Chargers first half, not necessarily in the second half. That's all I want to talk about with the Chargers. Let's talk about the Jaguars. Let's talk about them on offense first and foremost. Of course, I have to talk about quarterback at the helm, William Trevor Lawrence, a.k.a. Mr. Sunshine, the prince that was promised himself. Trevor Lawrence, honestly, played one of the worst games I'd ever seen, but he also played one of the best games I've ever seen. Like, this was probably the best and worst game of Trevor Lawrence's career, but the magnitude and the resiliency of this young man is exactly what everyone was talking about. Generational prospect, a quarterback prospect we haven't seen since Peyton Manning, John Elway, Andrew Luck, the list goes on. The ability for this kid to not get rattled in a high-pressure, leverage moment, fate of the universe on the line, everything, all of the marbles, at home, Saturday night, primetime football, all of America's watching. This man is 23 years of age. He is having the worst game of his career, one of the worst performances in NFL playoff history by a quarterback in that first half. 3 interceptions in the first quarter, 4 interceptions in the first half, 4 of 16 for 30 yards and 4 interceptions at one point. And this kid was resilient. He believed in himself. The entire team had his back. And in front of the home crowd, he stepped it the fuck up, and Trevor Lawrence did the damn thing. And you cannot say enough about what the hell he went out there and did, and he backed up that talk. And Trevor Lawrence is exactly showing you why he is in that class of a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. He's right in there in that upper echelon with guys like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and he's only ascending before your very eyes. Trevor Lawrence did the damn thing. Yesterday, Trevor Lawrence, when you look at his stats overall, 28 of 47, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and he was sacked twice. Quarterback rating of a 31, scale of 0 to 100, so not very good there. Obviously, that is a very poor performance when you just look at QBR, but at the end of the day, Trevor Lawrence, when it came to shove, and his back was against the wall, he took the team down the field, touchdown, 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 field goal. He did the damn thing, and he got the Jaguars some momentum going into the second half. I can't say enough about William Trevor Lawrence and the job he did. Talking about the rushing department, Travis Etienne, phenomenal game, and what a pickup on 4th and 1 by Travis Etienne. What a gutsy play call, and what an amazing play call by Doug Pederson. Travis Etienne yesterday, 20 carries, 109 yards, and he did the damn thing. Talking about the receivers in the Jaguars offense, while the Jaguars receivers were not getting separation and they weren't doing a great job in that first half, Doug Pederson did a great job in the second half schematically getting these guys open. And when the Jaguars were playing with a lot more up-tempo, I really think that favored the Jaguars receivers, and they did a phenomenal job. All of these guys overpaid, of course. Evan Ingram, 7 catches, 93 yards and a touchdown. Christian Kirk, 8 catches, 78 yards and a touchdown. Zay Jones, 8 catches, 74 yards and a touchdown. Marvin, reliable. Jones Jr., 3 catches, 29 yards, and 1 touchdown. We had 4 different guys get a touchdown, and you just cannot say enough about what Doug Pederson has done and instilled into this offense and just into this team in general. And I'll get into Doug in a little bit. Just a hell of a game by the Jaguars offense and what they did. And then defensively, I got to give a big shout out to Roy Robertson Harrison, man. He really has stepped it up this year. I think he was one of the undervalued guys of last year's free agency that has really not gotten as much love as we'd like to see this year. And he played his ass off last night, getting pass deflections, getting a lot of QB pressures. He had a great game. Arden Key, Josh Allen got a huge sack at the end of the game. And I think Trayvon Walker, outside of that one boneheaded play where Herbert kind of flopped in, the Jaguars got a big sack. Like Trayvon Walker, you've seen how much he's grown in the physicality in which he plays with. As soon as he continues to work on his craft and develop his pass rushing moves and the Jaguars continue to beef up that defensive line, it's only going to help Trayvon Walker out. And I think he played a really good game. Foye Oluokun doing a great job going in there, consistently getting tackles. Tyson Campbell playing some great defensive coverage. And just overall, this Jaguars defense was just making the plays necessary. And even though the Chargers did score 30 points, a lot of that you can't even blame the Jaguars for, because in the second half, they only allowed 3 points, and the Jaguars defense also was put in a position where the offense was consistently turning the ball over, and Jacksonville's defense consistently was making the timely stops when we needed to. They were getting sacks, and the crowd got into it. It was just an electric environment. Hell of a game. What a job by the defense. What a job by the offense to come through when it mattered the most. And like I said, it wasn't how you start, it's how you finish. And the Jaguars did the damn thing, and they went out there and they did it, and they got the job done. Let me talk about Doug Pederson really quickly, because I know Eagles fans are always going to root for Doug Pederson, and obviously every Jaguars fan does, because he has really flipped the culture and the narrative in Jacksonville around. In one season, after we were a dumpster fire of an organization last year, we were literally clowning the franchise. The Jaguars have literally flipped the script. Doug Pederson comes in April of 2022. We go 9-8 this year. We lose 5. We were on a 5-game losing streak where we lost every game by 1 possession, and we were shooting ourselves in the foot. And it looked like we were dead in the water, even though I technically was never completely off the train, but it just felt like we were so demoralized. And Doug Pederson just kept this thing going in the right direction. We came out a completely different team, different mindset, different level of physicality, and a different belief system that this Jaguars team had. These last couple of weeks, we've won 8 out of our last 10 games. We're on a 6-game winning streak, and I don't care how many times I have to say it, I'm going to keep saying it. This Jaguars team did not squeak into the playoffs. We streaked into the playoffs, and that was the kind of momentum and energy that you needed for the locker room, for the players, for the coaches, and for this fan base to go into the playoffs. We hosted a playoff game at home on primetime football, and we got the damn job done. We got the damn game over with. We won. I don't even know what the hell I just said, but we did it, y'all. And I do want to also say that I did keep those receipts. I did not forget about that. And even when the Jags were down 27, we were down 20, we were down 10. Every time the Jaguars were down, I kept saying on Twitter, I said, y'all, we're not out of this. I'm like, we're going to come back down 31 and we're going to win this game. I prophesized it. I was right. And you guys, I'm telling you, I've seen it, y'all. Like, this team is not going to fold. This team is not going to just fall down and just give up. And consistently, This Jaguars team is just resilient. That's all you see from this team. We're down 17 to the Raiders. We're down 19-10 to the Ravens. We're down 27-10 to the Cowboys. We're down to the Tennessee Titans 10-0. And now we're down 27-0. You guys, it is not over until I say it's over. It is not over until the Jaguars say it's over, y'all. And just a hell of a game. I am so proud of this team. And all those Chargers fans clowning me, don't worry. I got those receipts. I'm going to put them up on the screen right now for y'all.
No, 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 no.
But now really just kind of getting outside of the game now, I just want to take a couple of minutes, maybe like 3 minutes or so, to really just praise all of the fans there, how electric the city was. 904, that's home, born and raised, love my city, love my team, love the fan base, love the community. I want to say to you guys deserve this. You guys need to give yourselves a pat on the back for what we've stuck through with this team, not just this year, but just through the entire team's organization, or whenever you became a fan of the Jaguars, however that may have became. We've gone through thick and thin. We've gone through a lot of adversity, a lot of bad, a lot more bad. But we're on the highest of highs right now, and just appreciate these times, appreciate these moments, because we've put our blood, sweat, and tears into this Jaguars team and a lot of money. And they went out there and they validated it for us. And, we went out there, we showed up, we showed out of the tailgate. We had an electric environment, 2 weekends back-to-back on Saturday night versus the Titans, and now the Chargers last night. And you guys just need to give yourselves a round of applause too, because it was an electric environment, and I'm super proud of each and every single one of you guys for going out there and supporting the Jags if you were able to. I understand that everybody was not able to. And I also want to take a couple of moments to say thank you, to each and every single one of you guys, for not only clicking on this video, watching me, you guys are constantly out there supporting me, but to everybody that I am meeting in person, and really everybody on Twitter who I obviously can't always meet in person. You know, yesterday at the tailgate, and yesterday at the slab, and over at Tailgaters, and over at the game in general, you guys are always coming up to me, man, showing me love, telling me how proud you guys are of me for making my decision to drop out. You guys see the work ethic, you guys say that you love my content, and you just love the kind of personality and energy that I am, and I just want to thank you guys yet again from the bottom of my heart. I don't care how redundant and how repetitive I sound. I will always show love. I will always show gratitude to y'all for showing me love. And I'm always going to show love to this city and to this fan base. And you guys constantly are out there supporting me. And there was one guy in general yesterday that he made a comment that really stuck out to me. And he said that, look, man, he's like, if you get that Jaguar sideline reporter job one day, just know that this is going to be even more special, because the entire community of Jaguars fans that are on Twitter and on YouTube and on social media, and we see the other Jaguars content creators out there like, you know, Eric Dunn and UCF and Jagging and Men and Teal podcast and all the great content creators out there, including myself. You know, he's like, it would be amazing to see the young guy, the guy who's 21 years of age, who's been busting his ass, and one of us, one of the guys in the community, and we get to kind of send him off on his mission and on his journey. And this is my journey right now, and you guys are out there supporting me, and I just will never stop showing that level of gratitude to you guys. It means the world to me. You guys are coming up to me. You guys are just so appreciative, and I'm so appreciative of each and every single one of you guys. I just truly have so much love from the bottom of my heart, and I can never say thank you guys enough for that. And I do want to kind of wrap this video up by saying that the vlog I had from the tailgate to the game and the podcast that I did with Men and Teal yesterday on their live stream, big shout out to everybody. I will be posting a separate vlog probably tomorrow if I get some time. I'll have to kind of keep you guys updated on Twitter about that. But just to wrap up this video, thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. I love this team. I love this city. I love this fan base. And I love the Jaguars. I love what Doug Pederson did and the whole belief system of this team. And just to see how far we've came, it's truly something special. And I'm so proud of this team, man. I'm proud of you guys. And Jaguars fans, we did it, man. We really did this, y'all. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys enjoyed that victory last night, and if you guys are enjoying your victory Sunday, make sure you guys drop me a thumbs up. It takes 1 second, and it helps me and the channel out tremendously. And if you guys are new here, consider hitting that subscribe bell to stay tuned for more Jaguars content that I do here on YouTube. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys again. Brett James, aka BJ. I'm out, y'all. Go Jags, baby. Peace.